Welcome back everyone to another episode of Journey to Jacked. I thought I'd take you through my arm workout, okay, because a lot of people have been asking what I do for arms, how I grew my arms, just over 4 years training, natural obviously, and yeah, these are my go-to exercises. I've got 3 exercises for biceps, 3 exercises for triceps. I do biceps after back, because I do push-pull legs, and I do triceps after chest and shoulders. So both are filmed on different days, but I thought I'd put it together as an arm workout. Let's get things started off with biceps, okay? So for biceps, I like to start with a more heavier sort of compound movement for biceps in the stretch position. So we've got incline dumbbell curls to start, okay? I like to do probably 1 or 2 warm-up sets on all these exercises. I'll just say that now so I don't have to repeat it on all of them. So warm up, get the blood in there, make sure you don't tear anything, make sure you get a good mind muscle connection, and then you want to get into your first set, okay? We want to go a little bit heavier on this first bicep exercise, so probably anywhere between 8 to 12 reps probably here. I think I did 20s for about 11 or 12. So as soon as I can get 3 sets of 12, I will then up the weight by the next dumbbell or the next increment on the weight stack, if you get what I mean. So while I'm doing these incline dumbbell curls, I like to pin my shoulder blades back on the bench. I think the bench is set to number 5 here. Keep my arms back, pinned to my side, and as I'm curling up, and imagining I'm just squeezing my biceps, nothing else. No swinging. Try and keep the swinging to a minimal unless you get to like your last few reps and you want to squeeze in an extra few with a little bit worse form, that's fine. But you want the majority of it to be no swinging, elbows kept in one place, arms to your side, really squeeze the bicep at the top of the movement, get the full flex at the bottom as well. I like to flex my tricep at the bottom to make sure my bicep is fully extended, and yeah. And I drop set the last set, so I think I went from 20s to 15s to 7.5s. Or no, I went to 5s because someone was using the 7.5s. So big boy weight 5s. I think I got like 30 something reps. It was not good, but normally I'd half it each time, pretty much. So 20s, 15s, then 7.5s normally. That drop set absolutely burns, and then that takes us on to the next bicep movement, which will be for these rope hammer curls. I put the rope at the bottom. I like to use slightly shorter rope for these, so I can stand closer to the cable and the cable doesn't bottom out when my arm's fully extended. I grab the rope just under the ball at the end, put my thumb over the top of it so my hands don't slip, and then literally keep your arms tucked to your side, your elbows shouldn't move. A nice little cue here to get the best mind muscle connection. Imagine I'm driving my hands to touch my shoulders. So imagine you're trying to get your hand to touch your front delt on the way up. Really squeeze, slow on the way down, fully extend again. Tense your tricep at the bottom of the movement. Make sure you're getting that full stretch. I like to go a bit lighter and higher reps on here, so probably anywhere between 12 to 15 reps is good. And again, 3 sets, drop set the last set. Yeah, and then to get onto the last bicep exercise, we have preacher curls. Cable preacher curls are fine, or plate loaded machine preacher curls. Any sort of preacher curl is fine. I did cables here. I also do like the plate loaded machine as well. I normally switch between them. Slightly different feeling on each of them. Okay, my nose has just started bleeding. What the hell? Okay, hold on 1 second guys, little pause in this. Right, we are back. I've plugged my nose up. I don't know why it's bleeding. Alright, last exercise I was saying is preacher curls. So here I like to make sure I'm not gripping the handles too much, okay? You don't want any forearm activation, or you want to limit your forearm activation as much as possible, okay? So I'm literally imagining I'm holding the bar across the palm of my hand and I am pulling the weight up just with my bicep. So I'm squeezing my bicep to lift the weight. I'm not pulling the weight up. I'm squeezing and tensing my bicep as I'm lifting the weight up. Gives you a better mind muscle connection if you use that as a cue. Making sure I get a nice squeeze at the top, probably like a 2 to 3 seconds on the way down. 3 sets here, 12 to 15 reps again. You want higher reps for arms. That's what I've found has worked the best for me. And we'll drop set the last set as well. Drop sets are my best friend, okay? The pump is insane. It is high volume training. That is what my body responds best to. But everyone is different. So if you try drop sets and you're too fatigued, or your biceps or whatever muscle you're training hurts the next time you want to go train it, then maybe take the drop sets out and just focus on training to failure. But if you can handle the extra volume, definitely do drop sets, because they are a big game changer. Get you a good pump, extra reps past failure. It's just all round better. Right, next we'll get onto triceps. So I do triceps after chest and shoulders on a push day. So we want to start the same sort of thing as biceps, okay? I want to start with a heavier compound movement, and I do 1 or 2 warm-up sets on all of these tricep exercises as well. So warm up with skull crushers with dumbbells. You can use a bar, but I like to use dumbbells because it lets my elbows move freely, so I don't feel any elbow pain. So I'm imagining I'm pushing, instead of just pushing up and raising the weight above me, there's no tension on my tricep at the top of the movement then, because it's all gravity. My elbows are locked out. So I want to imagine I'm pushing back and towards the camera in this shot, sort of at a 45-degree angle, like backing up towards the wall behind you, if you could imagine that. It makes it so there's tension on the top of the movement, and even in the contraction, you'll feel it a lot more. You might have to go a bit lighter, but it definitely makes a difference. 3 sets here, probably between 8 and 10 reps, lower reps on these, more of a compound movement for the triceps that trains the long head of the triceps, and a massive bit at the back, if you don't know what that is. Basically the main part of your arm, 3/4 of your arms are made up of triceps, so you want to do skull crushers. It's a main mass builder I've always used. 3 sets, drop set the last set. I normally just do 1 drop though. So I'll go from 20s to 15s, for example, or 20s to 12s. Yeah, and then we'll get on to cable rope push downs. Ropes are fine, they're all good, but I slightly feel it more in this loop rope attachment, if you get what I mean. I think it's from a brand called Vulcan. But yeah, so here I'm literally imagining I'm keeping my elbows tucked to my side, my arms in the same place, and I'm pushing down, turning my pinkies out towards the bottom of the movement, squeezing my tricep, and then on the way down resisting the weight and tense my biceps at the end of the movement to make sure my tricep is fully stretched, and then go again. I like to not have a break here, so you want to keep the movement going, keep tension on the arm, and then the second I hit failure, I'll switch it to a close press and then closer to the cable, so you can get in a few extra reps past failure, because it's easier to press from that position. I'll do 3 sets here, probably about 15 reps, so anything around that is good for triceps here. And then last exercise for triceps, we'll have a straight bar cable push down. A lot of people I see just pushing down, swinging the weight, their chest will get involved half the time. So on here I like to stand, brace myself, tense my abs, everything in position, and then keep my elbows locked to my side. As you could tell, that is a theme in this video. But yeah, my elbows are locked to my side here. I want to press with my palm over the top of the bar. So my palm wants to be facing the ground, and you want to press through your palm, tense your triceps, squeeze it, and then on the way up, resist the weight, tense your bicep at the top, make sure your triceps fully stretched, and then back down. Try not to stop on these either, keep tension on them through the whole set. And a little cue here as well, I like to, instead of pushing straight down where sometimes your chest can take over a little bit, I push down and forward, like towards the cable machine in front of me, like towards my toes, if you get what I mean. So I'm pushing slightly down and forward. It gives you better contraction, in my opinion, so that you're not just locking your elbows out at the end of the movement and then there's no tension on your triceps. So if you push out forward a little bit, it keeps tension on it while they're contracted. And yeah, we'll do 3 sets here, drop set last set again, and probably 12 reps here because it's slightly more of a heavy movement than the rope cable. Anyway, all right, that will be my arm day. That's how I grew my arms. I've literally tried and true. Obviously sometimes I do switch it up, but these are definitely my go-to favorite exercises. Got some honorable mentions. We got cable overhead triceps. You can use the rope for that, or you could do single arm cable extensions. They're good as well. You could do skull crushers with the bar, all of that good stuff. It's obviously good to switch it up every now and again, but those are definitely the ones I feel the most. You might not feel them the most. Just stick with which exercises you feel the most, give you the best pump. That is a good way to judge it. Basically just do whatever you get the best pump from, whatever you feel the best mind muscle connection from and can progressive overload in, and that will grow your arms. It's as simple as that. Obviously you probably need to be in a slight calorie surplus at least, or at least maintenance calories to grow and build muscle. Yeah, that is it. That is my arm workout. Hope you guys enjoyed my educational style video, because I've had a lot of people asking for the arm workout. I haven't posted it on here before. So that is Training Explained, episode 10 of Journey to Jacked. I will catch you guys in the next episode, which will probably be a chest day, I think. Before we go to Dubai, I'll post that, episode 11, and then we'll carry on from there. I'm going to try and make 2 videos out in Dubai. There is a Breathedivinity drop at the end of February. I will put the try on when the clothes arrive, which will probably be in the next video. I still haven't they still haven't arrived with me yet, but the drop is at the end of February, so stay tuned. All my links are down below. Make sure you're following me on Snap, Instagram, TikTok, everything. Make sure you subscribe and like this video as well. But yeah, catch you in the next one.